You ready?
I believe so too.
All right.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. I'm Shadowy_. I will be commentating today's race between ThermalSquare and Shtrudel. So the reason we are doing Toy 2 100% again is, yes, we did this last year, but it was supposed to be a race between these two. But Shtrudel couldn't make it, and also Thermal's internet cut out during it. So
No,
here we are
I
again.
did it last year. I did make it.
Oh, okay.
You commentated with me.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So if everybody's ready, we can get the countdown started.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I just want to hear from the marathon chat real quick if they're ready on the timer.
Yep, ready.
Okay. All right. So we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is the first level of the game, Andy's House. The objective of this game is to collect 5 Pizza Planet tokens per level. The coin token, the race token, the boss token, the puzzle token, and the collectible token. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be climbing up the attic on Andy's house, which is where the boss is, while collecting a sheep collectible in this level and some coins along the way.
Also, this is probably the most reset heavy level, as most first levels are in speedruns. So
yes. Andy's house, as Thermal said, first levels are usually always very optimized. I can definitely confirm this level is very optimized, so it's very reset heavy. So if anyone ever gets into wanting to run this game, don't feel so discouraged about having optimal Andy's houses right away. Just do what you can.
Yeah, so that first boss isn't really difficult at all, as you can see. Just 3 fully charged laser shots, call it a day.
Yeah, that was the Tin Man, and now we're going to be jumping onto the stair railing here, and then doing what's called an extended double jump onto this shelf here where the sheep is. So an extended double jump is basically you do your first jump, and then at the height of your first jump, you're going to hit the jump button again to give yourself further distance. Hence why it's called an extended double jump.
Yeah.
And then after we grab Potato Head's piece, and oh, I forgot to mention, there are Potato Head pieces on certain levels where you can get power-ups. That is also included in 100%. But the amount of times we use the power-up in this level is 0. We just get it because we need it for 100%.
Very useful. Very useful.
Alright, so now we're in the garage where the RC race is happening. Basically, there's a little trick to this where you don't actually have to run around the van for the entirety of it just to race with RC. You can basically hop onto the van, hop over the windshield wiper, and then jump around in a circle past the windshield wiper, and then just do it repeatedly until the token spawns. So now we've got the box jump here in the basement, where they're basically going to be doing another sort of double jump here to ledge grab onto where the puzzle token is. And then grabbing a couple coins on the way down and turning on the Potato Head ear to Mr. Potato Head here.
Yeah, boxless is probably one of the, or box jump, we don't have a consensus on a name, but probably one of the harder tricks to get down in the game.
Yeah. And so you may have seen, as they were heading up the stairs, on the 3rd step, they are going to do another extended double jump onto where that sheep is to grab that real quick, and then head up the stairs to the kitchen, and then do what's called a spoon jump, where you basically jump onto what's called a shadow box on the right side of the spoon here to buffer a jump input in order to hop onto where the last sheep is, and then turn these into Bo Peep. And then basically just gonna grab the last 4 coins, turn them into Han, who's on this green couch, and then that's Andy's house.
I'm really surprised I got that good of a spoon jump. That was amazing.
I got it first try.
Yeah, you both did good on that. Proud of you both.
Thank you.
All right, so yep, the second level here. This is Andy's neighborhood. Another really bad reset point in the run, mainly because of the tree that you're going to climb later, and as well as jumping over to where the backyard. So the first thing we're gonna do is you see these little ant molehills here, where this little army soldier collectible guy is. We're basically going to stomp all of them except one, and we're gonna come back to.
We
no,
we
I'm
did
still
change
doing
it.
the old route.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Slight differences. Fair enough. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So basically, like, we're gonna come back for that army collectible guy later, and yeah, this is different than what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing the race right away. So
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, route difference than what I'm used to does not compute.
It's all right. Yeah, we're basically going to be coming back for the Andy's Neighborhood race after we've unlocked another unlockable, which is the rocket shoes.
Okay, gotcha. So now they're they're in the pool area, grabbing a couple coins and another army soldier guy on the way here. And then they're going to head out and start climbing the tree. Which, the tree is a bit of a pain in the butt for new runners, so it does take a lot of practice to do. Again, don't feel discouraged if you do decide to run this game and you have a lot of runs die to climbing the tree, because it's a jerk.
For sure.
You may have seen Ham on the way up as they were climbing. We're basically going to be gathering coins as we climb up and then heading back down, because the boss is actually on top of this tree, and we're going to be collecting coins on the way up and then beating the boss. A little trick to the boss here is that you can go slightly out of bounds on this tree branch and he'll start spinning. And when he's spinning, you can start spamming the laser button, and basically he'll die pretty quick.
I'm screwing up a bit on the boss. He dropped me down and now I'm trying to climb up.
It's okay. It looks like you both had a little bit of a hiccup with that boss.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. So after beating the boss, you're gonna hop down to the branch where Ham is to grab the last coin, turn them in, and then you're gonna do another extended double jump over to this laundry line, and then, which is a little tricky to do because you basically have to do the extended double jump at the very edge of the branch when you're about to start falling down almost.
Yeah.
And then you get to the last collectible there, and then you head back to grab the last collectible, turn them in, and that's Andy's Neighborhood 1. Because we're going to be revisiting it later, as mentioned.
Yep.
One thing to notice is that we leave, when we leave the level, we pause and exit because it's faster than through the menu of either collecting the token or leaving or beating the boss.
Yes. So when you grab a token and you hit the exit level there, you basically will have like some sort of To Infinity and Beyond cutscene, which wastes time. You can instead, when you know you're about to grab the token, you can exit the level before the To Infinity and Beyond
Animation.
Sorry, I got tongue-tied for a sec.
Yeah, basically, like, we yesterday, Stu and I, during A Bug's Life, we do the exact same thing in levels as well, so...
And that matters because both games were made by the same people.
Yep.
This is true.
So I apologize. I know we're in level 4, but level 3 there was a mini boss. There was a biplane. Every 3 levels there's a mini boss, and the same logic applies as with grabbing tokens. Where after you do the last hit and their HP bar is gone, you could just exit the level instead of waiting for the animation.
Yep.
And now we're on the 4th level, which is Construction Yard, which is yet another heavy reset point for 100%
Very much
new
so.
100% runners, because this level revolves around having certain cycles with the lifts and the steel beams on the way up.
Yep.
And so
Less RNG for good cycles.
Yes, bless RNG, which sadly does not exist anymore. But yeah.
Hey, thank you for doing that joke for me.
Nailed it.
So now we're does everybody remember art class in school? Because we're gonna mix some paint buckets. We're gonna mix blue and yellow for green, red and yellow for orange, and then red and blue for purple. And then we're gonna get a token out of it.
If you failed art class, this game might not be for you.
Yeah.
Kidding.
One thing that I want to add is that I don't think it matters if you start with green or orange, but it's important to add with purple because it's
Yes.
the longest to push.
Yeah, it's the longest to push, and it's also the closest to where the token spawns.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now we're making our way up the steel beams, collecting some coins along the way, and then there's a lift on the side of these steel beams that we're going to be activating with a shortcut switch, which we're going to be activating, because this one's the first one right here. We're actually going to be moving all the way up to where the third one is. Because we're going to be coming back to the top later, because that's where the boss is, and we require the disc, which is another potato head power-up, and we can't get the disc until we turn in the eye, which is toward the third level of where the shortcut switch is. And potato head is down behind where the tool shed is, where the paint buckets were.
I didn't get very good cycles there,
I
unfortunately.
got slow cycles, but I got comfortable cycles.
Yeah. They both look decent.
Yeah, there is like a cycle that you can hit that's super fast, but it's very rare that that even happens.
Alright, so now that they've got a comfortable amount of coins, you usually want about 31, 32 here. After that, you're going to jump down to where the race is, where Slinky is, in the middle of the cement pool. And they're going to be collecting a couple more coins and then some wrenches to turn into race for the race token. So it's pretty simple here. You're just kind of hopping along through the cement, trying not to sink in.
Yep. Yeah, you basically just have to keep jumping as much as possible.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to be going to grab a couple extra coins and then turn in the Potato Head eye to Mr. Potato Head for the discs. And then after that, we're going to head back to the shortcut lift to take it up to where the boss is so we can shoot discs at him, because that's the only way you can damage him.
Yep.
And I will explain the physics of the boss once we get there, because on the PC version, he's a bit of a butt.
Yeah.
PC version is the only version that runs at 60 FPS compared to 30 on every other version.
Yep.
Well, N64 kind of runs at
We don't talk
sometimes
about
5
it.
FPS.
We don't talk about N64, man.
Yes, N64 console FPS is just obviously amazing. It's superior to all other versions.
If you saw A Bug's Life yesterday, again, N64 versus PlayStation 1, you could see that there was a huge lag, or lagginess to the N64 version. It's worse for Toy Story 2, by the way.
I made it in time for the cycle. How about you, Thermal?
I did make it. So I guess it's important that we do have like a specific route after we start that lift, so that when we get back to that area, we pretty much end up on the lift again.
Alright, so this is the jackhammer boss. What they're going to do is they're going to jump on one of these little cranes here while trying to dodge little bolts that get shot at us. And you want to space out these discs because of the 60 FPS, so that you're basically locking on.
I have to
that
collect
way-
extra discs. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
That's fine.
I was
basically-
one disc away from finishing the
Yeah.
fight.
Basically, like, they want to lock onto it to make sure that they will hit them and space out the discs, because again, the 60 FPS, you have to make sure you are careful about it. And so after that, they're going to grab the token, grab some coins and a collectible on the end of this crane here, and then hop on down to Ham and the final collectible. Then turn in the collectibles to the guy on this building here, and that's construction yard.
Yeah, you may start to notice that most of the levels end with us getting like the coin and the collectible token last.
Yeah,
That's just kind of how the route plays out for most of the levels.
Yeah, they are by far the more tedious ones to get, just because you need 50 coins for the coin token, and then you need 5 collectibles for the collectibles. And coins and collectibles are obviously just spaced out throughout levels, and there's not really any quick way to get them. So you kind of just got to go around while you're doing other things. Alright, so this is the 5th level. This is alleys and gullies. Anybody doing single visit, or am I okay with the route?
No,
You're good with the
visits.
route.
Okay, cool. So they're going to be doing the race token and then revisiting this level later after doing the race here, which is grabbing some bones for Slinky. And then they're just exiting to the next mini boss, which is stage 6 of 15. Slime time. Basically, all they're gonna do for this one is just mash B, mash the laser button, and then you win. Like that's slime time for you in a nutshell.
Just one thing to note about the race in Alleys and Gullies is that most runners do it counterclockwise. They collect the bones counterclockwise, but I collect it clockwise. Although it has a less comfortable camera, I think it's faster if you do it correctly.
Yeah. It might be slightly faster because you do start closer to one of the bones, but
Oh, my mashing is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Logout. No ANG single visit. Not this time.
Hey,
Alright,
Thermal,
so
how
that-
do you mash so fast?
I'm
Sorry, it's a
second.
meme. It's a new meme of the community.
Yeah.
Because Thermal is so good at mashing.
So this is stage 7. This is Al's Toy Barn. Anybody doing single visit here?
Nope.
Alright then. So basically all they're going to be doing here is grabbing the green laser, hitting up the boss, and then they're going to be revisiting this level later once they get the hover boots power up. I should mention on stage 5 that they need the grappling hook from later for that level.
Yep.
These are the now we added the third revisit, but these are the casually speaking, these are the 2 levels that you must do in 2 visits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is Al Spaceland level 8. It is Thermal's least favorite level. It's one of my favorite in the
Yup.
run, though.
It's mine as well.
this-
I highly recommend it to newcomers
Yeah.
who just want to get used to the controls. It's very
Yes.
newbie friendly.
No. Nope.
Yes.
No.
This level is absolutely very noob friendly if you want to get a hang of the controls, how the run
No.
works, what you're supposed to do. Because there's all sorts of things you do here. There's extended double jumps, there's so much you can practice during this. Like, it's great. So we get the first little bit of RNG here with the claw machine. It's random every single time. Unfortunately, with the PC version, I think it's the token that doesn't have a shadow. So you have to try to eyeball it with the crane so that it lines up underneath the token to grab it.
I can't believe I
Yeah.
managed to do it. I thought it's not gonna grab.
We do have kind of methods by kind of turning the camera a little bit to try to get a better visual of the token, but it's always kind of sketchy. I always kind of turn my camera back to the crane just to make sure if I got it or not.
Yeah. So after the claw machine, they're going to head toward the race rope with this UFO. So you're basically sliding along these little zipline ropes here. You basically want to jump at the red part of the rope to grab onto the next part of the rope. And
Yep.
if you fall, well, you
The
have to
walk of
walk.
shame.
You have to do the walk of shame and walk all the way back, and you really don't want to fall.
No. Also, if on that like checkered flag part, when you see me land on that, you don't want to land too close to the edge to that because it will not count the race as completed, and you'll have to do it over again, unfortunately.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something that has happened to me on multiple occasions, and is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah. Alright, so now they're going to be grabbing onto these little star planetary mobile constellation things to grab some coins, grab a collectible, head on over to the boss area, fight the boss buggy for his token. Very simple way of that. The green laser is very overpowered in this game, as you can see. It's making short work of most bosses here. Just because you can literally hold down the laser button and they just get pushed back. And all green laser shots count as a fully charged red laser.
Just remember this. Buzz has a laser and he will use it.
Yes. Along with staring into the camera very intently into his screen visor thing.
With his potato face.
Yeah, with the smug. Alright, so now they're gonna head on over to these boxes area, grab the last couple coins and the last collectible, and Ham is over here. And so they're gonna turn in the coins here.
Just one more thing to note is that we jumped on invisible platforms. On the PC version, for some reason, the texture for those platforms just don't load. But you can do that through modding of the game.
Yeah, I should note though that those boxes, while they may be invisible, they are visible in other versions of the game because there are actually like toy boxes there that you can jump on.
Mm-hmm.
So they look invisible on the PC version. They're still there.
Oh shoot! I goofed that up. I'm a failure.
Right, so
Everyone point and laugh.
So this is Stage 9 Toy Barn Encounter. This is where we're introduced to what's called Dizzy Strats. Basically, this boss has 6 capsules around him, and while you see that there's a cutscene happening when these enemies are spawning out of their pods, basically, if you do a charged spin and then jump to underneath the boss, you're able to move around while the cutscene is happening with them spawning, but I believe the camera controls are reversed.
Yeah.
Not exactly. It's weird. The
Somewhat
bottom line, the camera is just weird during this cutscene or camera transition.
Yeah. So this boss's health bar, like the hits are very, like they're very consistent. The first thing you do is you do a jump shot, then you do dizzy strats until he's on his last pod, then you do a charge shot, and then 2 more charge shots, and then that's Toy Barn Encounter.
Yeah. That's personally my favorite boss of the game. I think it's the one that has at least somewhat thought through. Most of them are fairly simple.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're on almost everybody's least favorite level of runs. Elevator hop. It sucks. It sucks really bad.
It does. It's just kind of there.
So this is actually the first level that we see where we're actually required to get the potato head power up to progress through the level. And so on the PC version, you get the grappling hook here, and there's increased draw distance on the PC version to where you may have seen Thermal lock onto the second one on the top, just like that. And so he's able to lock onto it and then grappling hook onto it, rather than having to lock onto the first one, then the second one. And so now we're just moving along up the shafts, grabbing coins and a couple collectibles along the way.
By the way, the mice are the worst part of this level.
Absolutely.
I hate those
You'll
mice.
find out why.
Yeah. Nobody asked you, Mr. Logout. I'm just kidding. We all love you. Nobody asked you.
It's okay, Mr. Logout. You can't be wrong. It's your right.
Yeah,
to be wrong.
it's okay to be wrong. So as we mentioned earlier, with the PC version being on 60 FPS, these wins on these fans go at 60 frames per second. Because it's awful, and normally you can do something called a quick turn to basically turn yourself around quickly and lock on to the grappling hook right behind you and above you, but it's a lot harder to do in 60 FPS wins. Alright, so this is the puzzle room. The solution's the same every time. It's blue, then green. So first we're going to hit the blue one, then we're going to hit the green one after grabbing the mice. We do that on purpose because these lifts here are on a cycle, and we want to make sure they're on the same cycle every single time. Otherwise, well, things get a little funky.
Yeah.
And as you can see, yes, that mouse was 100% on the wall as they were falling down. It's in a horrible spot. We know. It sucks.
Yeah, basically every time you miss it, it's like a 15-second time loss, so
Yeah.
it can be pretty time consuming or
Yeah.
time lossy.
Yeah, and if you are new to running this game, and you do miss the mouse on the wall on the first try, don't go for it the second try. You still want to make sure you absolutely 100% want to make these lift cycles, like no matter what.
Alright, so now that we're waiting for the cycles to take us up, this is a good time to say this stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Shtrudel, please.
I
So-
got a bit tight cycle, so we'll see how this goes out, how this works out. Sorry, go on.
Yep. So you may have noticed with these lift cycles, they're going to jump to the yellow one on the left, then the blue one on the right, grab a coin, then go to the top one on the left again, and then jump on over to where a shortcut fan switch, a coin, and a collectible are. Then hop over to the other side, and then jump over to where the boss is located. Pretty simple boss, again. You're literally just locking on, holding down the green laser, and then falling down after grabbing the token. And the lift should be normally there if they're on good cycles on the left side, and then from there, it's from the opposite side of where the boss was. We can do the race, where we race down a shaft, grab tokens, and just hopefully don't fall down any of these vents aside from the last one or the second last one. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
So for swag, of course, Thermal talk to Mr. Potato Head there. It doesn't save any time at all. It's just you can do it because you can.
Swag.
And so since we activated the shortcut fan switch earlier, we can turn in the collectibles to the mother mouse or whatever she is and grab the collectible token here. And then we can go back to where the weight room is, where Ham is, grab the last couple coins, turn them in, and that's elevator hop.
Good old elevator hop.
Yup, good old elevator hop, Kappa.
Oh gosh.
Totally not like a horrible run killer or anything.
I hate elevator hop. It cost
I
me.
almost forgot I had coins. Or needed
Yeah.
coins.
I was gonna say I noticed that you didn't have enough, but I didn't want to say anything.
Did anybody notice the shadow jump I did to skip the monkey bars?
I did.
That's the small stuff that I prepared to be ahead of Thermal. Not be ahead, but have a small edge over him.
Challenge me.
Alright, speaking of shadow boxes, welcome to Al's Penthouse. Probably has the best level music in the game. Enjoy it.
Agreed.
If you know how to whistle, feel free to whistle along to it. I can't whistle. I'm not going to whistle into my mic because that would sound horrible. So the very first thing we're going to do is the race token. We're going to be going around grabbing a couple coins and some horseshoes to turn into Bullseye. So the cool thing about Al's Penthouse and shadow boxes is that because of shadow box jumps, pushing the box here in between these rooms is no longer required. And so I see them going into different rooms. Thermal's doing train jump. There's a shadow box right there, and then Shtrudil's going to be hopping onto the shelf, and then the windowsill here, and then the table.
First try, let's go.
Yeah, first try for both of you on train jump and the windowsill jump. Nice.
The window jump is much harder.
Yeah.
One thing to note. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, one thing to note for this boss is that he actually takes damage before you enter the boss fight itself. So you can shoot at him, and then basically he'll have lost a little bit of health already before actually entering the fight. And so after that, we're just going to be going around the top of the room, grabbing coins. The critter and some coins.
Yeah, this level by far is my favorite level as well.
Yeah, it's my new favorite level by far.
One thing I
Yeah,
want to
this-
say about the train jump is it's not really a shadow jump. It's just that the train has a slope that, with the buffered jumps, which we haven't talked about yet, you can clearly.
I did actually.
Oh, so we can, thanks to buffered jumps, we can jump against slopes easily.
Yep.
Alright, so now we're going to be heading to the bathroom. I kind of question how Al can get in here because there's no door that leads into here. But anyway, details. So the first thing they're going to be doing is jumping from the vent to the back of the toilet. Then they're going to be grabbing some coins along the sink, jumping onto this switch that would normally flood the bathroom, but that's really slow, so we're just going to do a shadow box jump on the edge of this cabinet, and then climb onto where the cannon and the critter are. And that's the drought strat for Al's penthouse bathroom.
Funny to note that we figured out that strat because Shtrudel posted a playthrough of Toy Story 2.
It's
and we saw
a
someone
casual
get, like,
review of the game.
Yeah, someone got like a random shadow box on a corner of a cabinet, and it was just like, oh, this could be exploited. Let's work with that.
And then our genius, he doesn't run the game, but he just knows the game bottom to top. His name is Lance, and he's a glitch hunter for this game. He doesn't really like to run it, however.
So, after the bathroom, grab the last couple of coins, head to the kitchen, grab some more coins, grab the last critter, turn them into Jesse. And then we should be at 47 coins before we leave this room. Just that way we can get the last couple coins in the bottom half of the bathroom where Ham is. And then that's Al's penthouse.
I'm trying something new, by the way.
I did not practice this enough. Come on, work.
I can't get it.
Looks like you're both trying to show off.
Thermal,
Okay.
I'm gonna commit to this if you are.
No, I already gave up. I failed it like 3 times.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the edge and continue.
Fair enough. Basically, what he's trying to do is clip into the wall there by the little weight thing, and then we can just go right to the bathroom after that.
Alright, trying to the clip from the microwave. Going back to this scale or bumper thingy.
Alright, so this is stage 12, Evil Emperor Zurg. We finally get to fight him. So we're gonna fight him on the bottom of elevator hop here on the last lift. Basically, you're gonna walk toward him. You're gonna purposely die in the corner here. Then you're gonna do a bunch of spin jumps and trap him in the corner here. And that's Zurg. Pretty simple.
Notice how the elevator is much bigger than an elevator hop.
Yeah.
Thinking.
I'm sorry, I tried, but I failed the clip. Let's agree that the first to complete the run will attempt the clip later. We have enough time?
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely try it.
Alright, so this is stage 13, airport infiltration. After this level, we'll be starting to revisit some of the other levels, because we'll have all of Potato Head power-ups after this level. The last one we get here is the hover boots. This is probably another one of those really hard stages for noobs running this game, if you're not used to the mechanics of how this game works.
Yeah, a lot of cool tricks in this level for sure.
Yeah.
Did you manage to do the swing, Thermal?
I got it.
Nice.
First try.
I'm gonna do a safer setup for this swing. You'll see soon.
I should note to extra practice for my commentary, because I am also a former runner of this game, but not nearly as good as these two. I actually did a no reset 100% run before this, and I'm just like, oh my god, so many route changes. What is this? Just,
You're like, what is this game now? It doesn't even look familiar.
I don't understand. It's so foreign to me. So Thermal, instead of climbing on, like, going all the way up the conveyor belts here, he's going to ledge grab onto this platform here after climbing up this pole. Then hop onto where the collectible is, because that's literally all you need. And there's plenty of coins scattered throughout this level that you don't have to worry about, like, going all the way up from the conveyor belts.
Yep.
And so now we have the rocket room here,
Yikes.
which sucks
Gross.
really bad.
Yeah.
Very much a noob killer. We're going to grab the potato head lips, and then we're going to use the weight of Buzz. He's a toy, by the way. To use it to force the wing down so that we have enough height to jump onto this pole here, grab this collectible on where the fan is, and then have the fan wind, because it's 60 FPS, blow us to the pole, and then make our way up the rocket, and then grab the puzzle token here, and fall down, grab a collectible here, head on over across the way to the boss room and where Potato Head is.
Why am I
grab
that
the-
behind?
To grab the hover boots.
By the way, anyone who's watching the stream from my channel, there are a few watchers on my channel, go to the link in my title, watch it there.
I got you. Because I've got both chats open.
Thank you.
Alright, so this is Stinky Pete. Basically, the only way to damage him is by doing spins. Thermal's doing something called spin canceling, where you basically mash the spin button and the laser button at the same time. And you basically just spin really fast doing that. And then after that, he's going to move on up, grab the last collectible here. Grab a coin on the way down. Grab a couple coins before doing the race here, who's in the corner of this room. So he's going to be traveling throughout this room, the suitcase room, and the rocket room to grab a couple weight collectibles for this guy, for the race, while at the same time turning in the collectibles in the rocket room after he grabs the final weight, because it's a slight detour, but it's optimal. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm messing up the rocket room.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
You gonna make it? Is it...
I failed twice the climb to the token.
Yeah, as mentioned, Rocket Room is terrible. It is very much a noob killer when it comes to runs of these.
Apparently
It's
I'm
even
a
a
noob.
killer for veteran runners as well. It's
Yeah.
just that kind of room.
It just went so well during practice. I'm really surprised by myself. From
Marathon luck, am I right?
myself. No, marathon nerves, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really luck, it's my fault.
Well, marathon luck as in, like, nerves, bad luck, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah. It's okay. So after turning in the race and the collectible here, we're going to be grabbing the last couple coins and giving the coins to Ham, and that's airport infiltration.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't exit level right away, because I missed
Yeah.
the token at the end there.
Alright, so now we're going to start revisiting some of the levels. We're going to go from latest to earliest. So first we're going to go to Toy Barn to grab the coin token, the collectible token, the puzzle token, and the race token here, because we missed those earlier. But now that we've got the hover boots, we can easily acquire literally one collectible. Like, that's
Yeah.
all you need the hover boots for, unless you're doing single visit.
Yeah, I missed a coin. Bummer.
Bummer.
That's alright. There's still plenty of other coins in the level.
Right, so now we're going to be heading on over to the chick, which is actually, it is the race, but it's also not the race, because first you're going to be doing a race to grab a collectible, but since there's so much time, they're literally just going to go all around the front of the store, grabbing coins and Potato Head's arm along the way, before picking up the second collectible.
Yep. Yeah, they give you an extremely large amount of time for whatever reason.
I'd better see that swag jump that I can't do, by the way, Thermal.
Oh, you will. You
Okay,
will, I
good.
promise.
Good.
I can't guarantee success, but I will try.
Okay.
You got plenty of time, go for it.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Ah, this is bad.
Alright, so basically he's gonna rocket jump onto these gumball machines and try to grab the chick, and then turn around to jump onto the box, then use that momentum to jump onto the vent in the corner there.
I can't get it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, go on. Let me catch up.
No, I just...
He already gave up. He's doing it the vanilla way, where you rocket boots from the cash register to the vent, which is much easier.
Yeah, I was really hoping to show that off. I love that trick.
Yeah,
Alright,
maybe
finally finished airport infiltration myself.
So that means Shtrudel got to show it off. You might as well.
No, I don't know how to do it. I'm doing the casual
Dang.
strat. Sorry.
Dang. So, yeah, now we're going to move on to jump onto this cone here, climb up this rope, move through these bicycle tires here to grab the last couple coins, because we need about 46 or 47 before we move on to where Ham is, where the puzzle room is.
Yep.
Turn these collectibles in to grab the token, and then move toward the puzzle room.
Also, this next puzzle is by far the worst.
Yes,
in the
it is. It's the worst. It's another case of RNG in this game. The cabinets are RNG whether they open or close or not. And they're just the worst.
Yeah, they can really just screw over your run. Like, you could be ahead by like 30 seconds or something and lose, or even a minute and just lose all your time because the cabinets just don't cooperate.
Yeah.
How many times
So-
did you lose to that thermal?
Lose a run to it?
Yeah,
More times than I'm proud to say.
same.
If anyone's curious, also same.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, it's out of your control and it's so frustrating.
Hey, wanna
at
see
times.
something funny?
A Toy Story 2 run?
Nah.
Kidding.
Yep,
doing fine.
I've done that before. Let's grab onto the hay bale and just watch it just freak out a little bit.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, after doing the coin token, real quick, you initiate the race token, grab that token, and then exit the level. And now we're on Alleys and Gullies Revisit, where we're going to grab the coin token, the boss token, the collectible token, and the puzzle token. Because we already did race.
Funny story recently, I was on PB pace and I accidentally did the race again, which I'm not supposed to do in Alleys and Gullies.
Yeah.
And everyone in chat was like, "What is he doing? Why is he doing that? He's not supposed to be doing that." And I'm like, "What's happening?" And then it dawned on me as the token appeared. I was like, "Oh, I've already gotten that token."
That's
Whoops.
because we tried before to mess around with changing the route. I think that went to your head when he
Yeah,
did that.
something was wrong. Like I just went on autopilot and it just happened. I was like, ugh.
No. Here's what happened, Thermal. You were trying to think of a way to do Alleys and Gullies single visit without actually knowing how to do it, and then you just had the huge galaxy brain strats.
Oh yeah. You know.
Alright, so again, with elevator hop, we grab the grappling hook here, and there's, again, increased draw distance, which allows us to climb up to the top of this level very quickly. You have to be careful here to not get zapped by the electric zip line here, because that can prevent you from climbing up. It sucks. I've had it happen before.
I think we've all had it happen a time or two,
Yeah.
and you're just like, well, it's just a thing.
Yeah. So these three electric zip lines are always in the same cycle. The first one goes, then the third one goes, then the second one goes. Every time.
Yep.
Alright, so now we're heading to Alleys and Gullies boss. You can basically jump into the area here, then turn around, and then turn around again to load in the boss without actually entering the area itself. And it basically works the same as the Buzz Buggy, where you just hold the laser button, turn around, then keep shooting. Until
Yeah, they put a lot of thought and effort into their bosses for this game, by the way, as you can tell.
I mean, they did, and then they realized the green laser was a thing.
Green laser, OP.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to be grabbing the last couple coins here, while heading to where Ham and the puzzle token is, doing something called the umbrella jump, which is another extended double jump onto the top of his umbrella here. Grabbing a collectible on top of this green awning, and then heading to the puzzle token. On top of this garbage can below this awning here. Then heading forward to where the last duck is, in the water here.
Rubber ducky,
You're the one
that makes bath time so much fun.
What?
Yes. Sesame Street.
Yep.
I missed the jump.
So, once we get the final collectible and the last couple of coins here, we're going to turn them into Ham, and then leave this area back to where the duck is waiting for her children. I assume her children.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't read the text boxes anymore.
Yeah.
Can I quit? I don't have a chance to recover from that.
It's okay. You got it, Shtrudel. I believe in you.
Nah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
on. I just want to do it in under an hour.
So, now we're going to the last level of Revisit, Andy's Neighborhood 2. So now that we have the rocket boots, this route used to be to just, you know, basically like cheese through this race by having the RC car bump into you, but I guess it's faster to revisit and use the rocket boots now.
Yeah, I think we figured what. I think Andet, who is a runner of this game as well, I think he said it's what, 6 seconds faster?
Yeah.
Something like that. Andet, if you're in chat, please yell at me if I'm wrong.
And so we're just gonna rocket boots through this race, because RC is actually faster than you in this race. So we just use the rocket boots to just plow through this, and that's Andy's Neighborhood 2.
Pretty easy peasy.
Hey, thanks for reminding me that I still need to do the race. I almost forgot.
No.
Don't worry, I got you.
Alright, so this is the last main level. There's still one final boss after this. This is Tarmac Trouble. It's not like super duper routed. It is. It isn't. Like there's just so much that's unorthodox about this level. It's not even funny.
Yeah, the main thing for this level is the plane cycles. If you miss plane cycles, it's kind of GG.
Yeah.
Thermal, can you pretend that you missed a cycle? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and.
Oh no, I missed the cycle. What happened?
Oh god, I can't believe he missed a cycle. Oh,
OP.
can you sense the sarcasm in my voice?
He said pretend. I'm pretending.
Well, that's why I have the sarcasm. Also, this route is different than what I'm used to, because I'm used to grabbing the suitcase and 8 first. I'm just like, galaxy brain, mind blown.
What is happening?
Because I'm so used to grabbing the green laser right away. I don't know if that's faster or not, but...
Unsure.
Do you know if I'm still on sub-hour pace?
I
Unsure.
don't know.
What time are we at right now?
We're about to be sub 50.
Oh, so I can still do it in under an hour.
Oh yeah. So yeah, as you'll be seeing, I'm gonna get on the plane. If you miss that plane cycle, you're gonna have to wait for the plane cycle again, because we do need to. It leads us to another collectible as well.
Yep. Hey, Thermal and Shtrudel, if it's alright, since I have a little bit of a delay, I'm gonna let you two call for time when it's time.
Of course.
Of course,
Oh.
yes.
But yeah, we're not there yet. Still got tarmac. But it was just brought to my attention real quick.
I got hit in
Yeah.
the final lap.
Yep.
I'm trying the dizzy strat, I haven't done it in a long time.
Oh, for the Annie's neighborhood race.
Yes.
Yeah, sadly, it's not even viable anymore, really, if you get the rocket boots pretty much to the end. Which makes me really sad, because it's like the one thing I was super proud of finding. I'm just like, oh, okay. No longer a thing.
Just like Thermal, I'm using the safer route because I've never even given a chance to the pro route.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
during
Oh,
this
go ahead.
race, during this race, you're not allowed to touch any of the green goop grass here or jump. So I like to call it the resident sleeper race because you literally just walk along the brown path, and you do not want to jump into the token, otherwise it will despawn. Very important.
You like to call
Yes.
it, how did you say you like to call it? The Resident
Sleeper
Sleeper race.
race?
I like to call it
Yes.
the scary maze game. If anybody remembers that jump scare.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Alright, so now Thermal's heading over to the puzzle lights here. These are different solutions every time. Basically, you want to match the top and the bottom lights together so that they're both lit up, I think.
Yes.
We have a guide on speedrun.com that shows the solution to each of these, and also a tutorial as to how the lights work.
Yep.
So shoutouts to Passive Bob-omb for the guide and Susie Doodletones for the tutorial.
To be honest, I had no idea how that puzzle actually worked until Susie explained it, and I was like, wow,
Yeah, me
why
neither.
did my peanut brain not actually figure that out?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
so simple.
and Susie's actually in the chat. Hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie. Thanks for fixing my peanut brain.
Yo, Susie, don't die.
Oh yes, YTDD and YSDD. Yo Thermal don't die, yo Shtrudel don't die.
Thank you.
You're
YSDD.
welcome. With the clappy emote or the clippy emote.
Yes. The clappy emote.
Clippy.
The best emote on Twitch.
Debatable, but
Alright, so we're going to be using the rocket boots because this is a really big, expansive level where the... You may have noticed the plane kind of just goes on in a circle and it never lifts off the ground. I kind of feel bad for the passengers. Like, I really feel bad because they're never going to go anywhere.
they're never getting to Japan.
Yeah.
Imagine all the fuel wasted for this plane.
Yeah.
Tisk tisk.
So, grabbing the last couple coins and the last collectible here, turn them in, and then head on over to the final boss, Prospector Showdown, where we fight the Gunslinger from Alice Penthouse, Stinky Pete from Airport
Infiltration.
and the Blacksmith from Tarmac.
Yeah, you guys remember from Toy Story 2 how they went up against the blacksmith, gunslinger, and Stinky Pete, right? You remember that in the movie? Because I don't.
So it's basically going to work the same. You want to try to go for the Gunslinger first with charged laser shots. Then you want to lure the You want to beat the Blacksmith next with spin attacks, but try to lure him towards Stinky Pete. That way you hit both of them at the same time. And I will let Thermal call time on his end, just because I have a bit of a delay. But the time is going to stop when the HP bar up top and is gone, and Stinky Pete or whatever the last boss is falls over.
One important thing about the boss is you have to kind of set up where you're shooting initially, because the laser actually likes to go towards either Stinky Pete or the blacksmith for whatever reason. And like Shadow explained, the only way to beat the blacksmith and Stinky Pete is by spin attacks.
Alright, time should be for Thermal soon.
Yep. Time.
GG, Thermal.
Thank you. GG's. Bonus movie. Hopefully it's not too loud.
They record my audio now. I think.
So yeah, Shtrudel just finishing up Tarmac here, grabbing the last couple coins and collectibles here.
What's Thermal's time?
It is a 55:49.
Yeah.
Then Thermal, go ahead and show them how the clip works in Alice Penthouse.
Yeah, I will run over there real quick. Okay, so
Go ahead. Okay, I'll be first. Unfortunately, I won't be able to showcase the ghost glitch. We don't have enough time. But I did it last year, and I also have a video showcasing this glitch a bit. Go ahead now and show them how the clip works.
Yeah, so this is actually not a recent find, but recent somewhat consistency to the trick. So as you could see earlier, we were coming to this like weight thing, and you can see Buzz just doesn't move. We're kind of like stuck in a pinch, and we figured like if you can kind of wiggle back and forth a little bit, you can sometimes clip into the wall. Hopefully I can.
So Shtrudel's coming up on the final boss here. Again, same thing. Time for him will be when the last boss falls over and the health bar disappears. So I'll let him call time for himself.
Starting to think this got patched. I think Traveler's Tale patched it. There we go. So you can see I'm kind of in the void now, like this out of bounds area, and I can just extended double jump into the.
Hang on, Shtrudel's gonna have time soon.
Time.
Nice.
Alright, GG to both of you.
Yeah.
What's my time?
Let's see. 58:14.
Okay, so I definitely don't have time to show the ghost glitch.
Yeah. So apologies for me not capturing my own audio for like the first half, I think. I was like, I got a message. I was like, oh, shoot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for having us show off Toy 2. We really appreciate it.
Glad to have us again for a second year in a row.
Yeah, definitely amazing. So
Next time we'll probably do 40 tokens.
yeah, we could do that.
But first
Yeah,
I have
we
to beat
also
your
have
time
a-
on 100% on the leaderboards.
Yeah, we do have a Discord. The link is on SRC if you guys want to join. Plenty of cool people there. So yeah,
A
cool.
lot of people are friendly and willing to help people learn the run. But yeah, for now, thanks for having us. I'm Shadowy_. Joining me, ThermalSquare and Shtrudel. And thanks for watching.
Yep.
See ya, don't die.